the high-tech fantasy of He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, the horror of John Carpenter movies like The Thing and The Fog, all wrapped up in the high-octane and over-the-top action of a Mad Max movie. This is the Dead Unicorns review of Gunslinger Nights. Welcome to the Dead Unicorn. My name is Corey, and I am pretty under the weather right now. I am very sick, as you can tell. This is my voice right now. And I'm not in front of the black background, and I'm not going to be standing up. I am going to be sitting here where I am less dizzy, reading off my script. So I hope you enjoy this. For the last few months, I have been running a game called Gunslinger Nights, which you can check out most every Tuesday. This was just supposed to be a one-off to try the setting, but it exploded into a game where everyone looks forward to the next one, and no one wants to stop. So I'm currently building it out into a full campaign. You can tell that I like this game, but why? What is it? Gunslinger Nights was published in 2005 by Monte Cook Games. It was written and designed by Bruce R. Cordell and Sean K. Reynolds. The fundamentals of the system is based in the Cypher system. If you don't know what that is, I got a full review you can check out if you click the card in the corner, but I'll go over the basics here. Cypher is an endurance-based system. Every character has 3 types of resources: might, speed, and intellect. When a character wants to do something, they can spend energy from these pools to power them. This includes special abilities like moves and spells, but it also helps to absorb damage. Difficulties are based on levels. For example, if you want to climb a wall, this could be a level 3 task. Multiply by the level of 3. In case of the level 3 wall, 3 times 3 is 9. That's what you have to roll and over on a 20-sided die to succeed. They can spend energy from their pools to reduce this cost. This is called effort. For example, if they want to reduce the climb from a level 3 to a level 2, they can spend enough points for 1 level of effort, and now they only need a 6 on their die. That's the core of the system, and it works for every aspect of the game, and this includes NPCs. NPCs also have a core level, and to interact with them, for example, charming them, attacking them, sneaking past them, you only need to roll more than their level. The GM almost never rolls their dice. If a PC attacks an NPC, they must roll to hit, and if an NPC attacks, the PC rolls defense. NPCs do not roll. The simplicity of the system helps drive the action, keeping the game moving and allowing the narrator to make calls and create encounters and difficulty on the fly. The simplicity of the system allows the game master a lot of leeway with riffing and just making engaging stuff for the players to do. This is key to a game like Gunslinger Nights, where action is key. And Gunslinger Nights is an action-packed game. You play a holy knight on a mission to wipe away unspeakable horrors, trying to take over the multiverse from their horror dimension. They can spawn anywhere through fundament storms, maelstroms that weaken the borders between realms so these horrors can creep into unsuspecting worlds. Think Stranger Things, where the monsters crawl out of dimensional rifts. But worry not, citizens, because the Gunslinger Knights are here to save the day. They are motorcycle-riding, gun-toting warriors with a code of honor. Each belong to a house who specialize in different gameplay styles, but these can also give the PCs a sense of belonging that it extends past their party. They know they have an entire house ready to back them. But this can also be a source of plot for the narrator, as their banner could give them a special assignment or have a political goal. Houses in Gunslinger Nights rarely act at odds. This is because they're all on the same page when it comes to stopping the horrors. But they do play with friendly rivalries, and this can be a source of drama in your games. This leads me to one of my first problems with the game setting. The villains of the setting are unthinkable alien monsters. Even the higher level ones communicate exclusively through alien telepathy that is not compatible with humans. Gunslinger Knights are showy, extravagant, amazing fighters. It's fun to see how the players play them and use their special abilities, like playing their exciting music to hype up everyone in battle, or burning out on their bikes so hard it creates fire and lightning. But then I have to ask, if these creatures are unthinking, alien, who are they showing off for? There's no banter or evil monologues. This makes everything seem a little more bland. And I've just decided to ditch this aspect and made my villains talk along with their telepathic powers. This created villains that the PCs can love to hate and give greater motivation for their fights. As I said earlier, this game is a lot like He-Man. It's got a lot of cool technology combined with magic and knights, but they stop short of the villains. Instead of Beastman and Trapjaw and Skeletor, we get the Veen. And the Veens seem really cool. They got interesting necromantic powers and they can control their minions via telepathy. But the fact is that each Veen is just one of a group that all look the same. And that gives them the essence that they are just another monster. Named villains like in He-Man with real goals, personalities, might be preferable here. Villains who could be clumsy or duplicitous or malicious and all the rest could have really elevated Gunslinger Knights. There are a few other weird things you'll find in Gunslinger Knights as well. For example, every knight has a crafted steed and a blessed weapon. Each of these are bespoke magical creations for each knight and only respond to them even in death. And I like these. These are pretty cool. But they never call their crafted steed a motorcycle, and they never call their blessed weapon a gun. Even though that's what they call themselves, Gunslinger Knights. Really, it's the silliest thing that they don't call the thing that they're named after by its name, but rather just made up a new name for it, blessed weapon. Don't call my gun a gun. I'm a gunslinger knight, and these are blessed weapons. Pure silliness. But yeah, that's what a blessed weapon is. It's a gun. It can be a pistol, rifle, or shotgun. A lot of special abilities are built off their blessed weapon, which is cool. It makes their blessed weapon seem more incredible and awesome, and I like that. But it also just blanket does 2 more points of damage than a normal weapon of their class. And this can be a balancing issue. While this can make players feel awesome against weak foes, against stronger ones, it can have fights end way too early, before the threat can even use some of its cooler powers. You would think that monsters for Gunslinger Knights would be balanced better for this, but your results may vary. The book does acknowledge this issue, but just says to ignore it and let the players feel like gods. If your fights are over too quick, I suggest adding 10 health or a level of armor, or both to your bad guy. There is a pretty big typo in this book as well. When they talk about motorcycles in the book, both light and medium motorcycles have a penalty to stealth because they're motorcycles. But that part is left out of heavy motorcycles. It doesn't exist in the book, meaning the biggest bike is somehow the quietest. This omission is probably an error. Speaking of bikes, this does not use traditional Cypher vehicle rules, but instead acts as though bikes and riders are the same. Then it gives rules for doing things like tricks, rough rides, firing and riding at the same time, all other sorts of conditions. I was never a fan of the Cypher vehicle rules. Check out my video on that in the card. So that means that I really like this new rule set. It makes more sense to me. I like it a lot. The 2 adventures in this book are pretty solid. The Blue Knight did confuse me at first. It uses a rogue knight as the main bad guy instead of the horrors. I figured there would have been a more standard adventure first before they start subverting expectations. But once you understand that, it's a really well-crafted module. The second one, the Vile Heart, is your standard monster stomp, exploring a Veen stronghold and just killing everything you see. It does have some twists, but it's not going to challenge any preconceived notions. It's just a good, challenging dungeon crawl. Both adventures take place in the world of Sankara. While Gunslinger Knights can travel the multiverse, limiting them to saving one world is for the best. Personally, I'm not sure why they have to be multiversal heroes, other than that's the trending hotness. Sankara on its own is a pretty interesting world that they have fleshed out just enough for you to build your own adventures in, though I would love to see the writers come back and do more with this world, make more stuff in it, write more adventures, give me more monsters. I would love more Sankara, not extra places to visit, but just more fleshing out of the stuff that they already have. If you're not sold on the world of Sankara, well, the knights can travel the multiverse. So you can put them anywhere you want. You can put them in Numenera or the Strange if you want. But you could also just leave Cypher altogether and go explore Forgotten Realms and Star Wars on your motorcycles. The sky's the limit. Whatever you want. The excuse for you to do that is baked in right there. But then you could have always mashed two settings together. Nothing's stopping you. You don't need permission as a narrator to write your own game. So if you're looking for a cool, action-oriented, but also kind of fantastic game, just don't turn a blind eye to Gunslinger Knights. This game is a sleeper. I promise you, you and all of your friends will have so much fun with this setting. I would like to thank my supporters on Patreon for supporting me there. $5 members get access to Fantasy Reborn. It is a magazine that comes out monthly that takes an old Dungeons & Dragons adventures and gives you the tools to convert that into the Cypher system, which we all know is better than Dungeons & Dragons. Come on, guys. It also helps me out a lot. Sometimes I have to spend money to make these videos, and it helps me recoup those costs. It's the best way to support me. But also, if you don't want to do that, tell me thumbs up, thumbs down. What did you think of this video and the review? Leave a comment and tell me what future stuff you'd like me to see, and if you've played Gunslinger Knights, and if it's even on your radar. I'd love to hear from you. But no matter what you're playing, Dungeons & Dragons or Cypher System or the myriad of other games out there, remember to take some time with your friends and go roll some dice.